Here's another compound interest example, number 4 here. It says, how much would you have to invest in an account that pays 4% compounded quarterly to have a balance of $2,600 at the end of 14 years? So again, our time, if we look at this, and you could always, right over here, this is our rate. This is our balance, so this is the amount we would have. This is our time. And compounded quarterly, which means n equals 4. So this is r equals 0.04, t equals 14 years, and the amount equals 2,600. So we've got everything except for the principal, so we're looking for the principal. That's how much we would have to invest. That would be the principal. So if you look at this, we've got everything in our formula except for the principal, so we just put these in the formula. And then just solve for what we're looking for, which is the principal. So the amount is 26,000. And that equals principal, which is what I'm looking for, 1 plus. Now R is 4% or 0.04. Divided by N, which is 4 because it's compounded quarterly. And to the NT, which is 4 times 14. All right, so I think I got my data in the formula correctly. And I'm looking for the principal. So we can simplify this a little bit. Now we are going to have to divide by all this, so it's probably a little bit easier better to simplify this before we divide, because we're going to try to solve for p. So what I'll do is I'll work on the right a little bit first. Hope you can all see that okay. And let's do the 1 plus, so we'll put parentheses, 1 plus, and I'll put in parentheses, 0.04 divided by 4, and a parentheses around that, and then a parentheses around the whole thing, and then we're going to raise that caret, that's a little caret, raise that all, and 4 times 14 is 14 is 28, 56. And we'll get a nice number there. Now I'll leave that on your calculator because we don't want round off error. So now we've got 26,000 equals P times this number, and that's the 1.745. And I got all those decimals. Now that's all right, because all I have to do is say 26,000 divided by, and then if we put second answer, that's going to divide it by what was in here. That's our answer. So we'll put 26,000 divided by, and second answer, and then press enter. Now basically what we're doing is we're saying 26,000. I divide both sides by this, so that's divided by the 1.745 and a bunch of other decimal points. And then if you keep those in there, you're dividing by that number we got. And then we end up with principal, which is going to be $14,892.80. So this is kind of, the numbers are kind of similar because because our time here, our compounding, well, our compounding was different, but our rate was, we just happened to get close to answers because our rate's a little bit higher. It's not as many years, but our rate's higher, so it kind of works out to be the same amount over here, or the same principal. Well, that's different, yeah, because we have the amount over here. Excuse me, the numbers just look similar, but that's the amount, this is the principal, so it's a little different problem. Okay, so hope you see how we did that with the calculator. Okay, so that second answer is really handy because we get whatever we have, we can divide the 26,000 by that.